Hey guys, welcome to the Superhero Post Show where we talk all things Marvel, DC, and Star Wars. Before we do anything, please like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. It's your boy Stevie Hayes. Hope you all are doing well today. So today we're going to be talking about some Star Wars stuff. Obviously, Star Wars Celebration happened about almost a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and it was really, really good. But there was also some things that are kind of questionable. So I really want to get into some of these things, and kind of give what the news is about it and then my take on it, because I know like I didn't really talk about it a lot, so I want to get into it. By the way, shout out to the Hollywood Reporter for putting out a good article as well. Honestly, like a lot of articles have been throwing shots at Lucasfilm as well, so it's been very interesting reading everything and finding out more news. So I kind of compiled a bunch of news that I have together in rumors, and then I'm going to give them out to you guys. So now it is rumored that Lucasfilm wants to put their creative currency behind Dave Filoni and use him as the George Lucas. So when I say creative currency, basically, they want all of the creative ideas to flow through Dave Filoni. They want him to be the point guy, kind of like the way George Lucas was for his films. And we all know that Filoni was super involved in the Lindelof Star Wars film that was being worked on. But now that Lindelof got fired from Lucasfilm, and now that his Star Wars movie is technically scrapped, we know that Stephen Knight, who is going to be writing for our Rey movie, this guy has 6 weeks to submit a draft for this Rey movie. So I hope, and we need to hope, that Dave Filoni has a creative hand in that. And to be honest, the way that I feel, he should have a hand in everything, and anything that he doesn't have a hand in, I'm personally worried about. And I mean, this guy was, one of George Lucas's apprentices, though. So I have, this guy needs to be in everything. Now there is still a chance, in my opinion, that this movie will not be made, which will obviously, if this movie that doesn't happen, is going to make Filoni's Star Wars movie come out even faster. This movie is set to come out in 2025, and just to give you guys some background info on this Rey movie, this movie is set to be 15 years after the Rise of Skywalker, post First Order, and basically, the Jedi are kind of in disarray, per Kathleen Kennedy, who said this, and basically people are questioning and wondering, where is the Jedi and what are they doing? So in this film, to answer that, Rey is going to be rebuilding the Jedi Order. And now Kathleen Kennedy was also asked if Luke Skywalker was going to be in this film. She said basically she doesn't know if he's going to be involved yet, but she definitely is going to obviously keep the spirit of Luke Skywalker in this film, whatever that means. And one of the things that called me, they said, and I'll talk about this when I get to my thoughts after I report all of this news, is that this movie will not be labeled as Episode 10. The approach to this film is kind of like, we're just going to see what happens with this. And if it gets good reception, then we'll build on it. If not, then it is what it is. That's kind of the approach that, at least from the quotes I heard from Kathleen, that's kind of what it seems like. That's what they're doing. Now, regarding the Filoni movie, not really much news. I mean, it is looking like it's going to release in 2026, which to me means that the Mando universe is probably done after the Ahsoka show until we get this heir, to the Empire movie. Another piece of good news is that Jon Favreau is involved in this project as well. And obviously the Ahsoka show is coming out, so. And apparently the rumor is that the ending of the Ahsoka show is going to basically give us a big point into this movie that Filoni is working on it now. I'm making a video on what the rumors are about that soon. So really good news. And now the last piece of Star Wars news that was announced in Star Wars Celebration. Now, if you don't know, Mangold, he's actually directing the Indiana Jones film. He's going to be working on a Star Wars movie, which is actually going to kind of be which is going to probably be coming out a long time from now. But basically the big movie is it is a really big movie, and it's really going to be about kind of like the Force and kind of diving into the deep Star Wars lore. And a lot of people have been talking about this is going to replace Taika Waititi's movie, because if you guys don't know, Taika Waititi had a movie that he was working on, but the rumor there is that it got scrapped, and that Mangold is going to be the new guy working on his kind of solo Star Wars film, which I'm happy about. So here are my thoughts about all of this stuff. So now, obviously, there was a big rumor, and I think I talked about it on my podcast, where I said that this Filoni movie was going to be 3 to 6 years, because Kathleen Kennedy said that she kind of quoted like that he'll have like 3 to 6 or 6 years of content, and I actually took that the wrong way. She didn't mean that it's going to be 6 years. I think she meant like with the Mando content and all the Ahsoka content that's been building up. At that time, it'll be about 6 years worth of content. So I think it is a amazing move to have Dave Filoni, to have the Dave Filoni movie released right after the Rey movie. This is a good way to position these films, and I also think that this will retain both sides of fans. Big W decision, in my opinion. I think that because you can make this Rey movie that will satisfy a lot of the fans that were cool with the sequel, but you can also make this Heir to the Empire film that kind of sits in the hearts of the prequel and the original Star Wars fans. So I think that this is a good way to make everyone happy. And honestly, like for me personally, I did like Rey. I think Rey is a great character. Were a lot of things done wrong with her? Yes, I agree, but I did like her. Like I think she's a great character, and I think that they can make things right with a 15-year gap, in my opinion. If you want to hear my theory on that, check it out. I did a theory on how Grogu can save the sequels. I mean, and look, and getting back to Dave Filoni, I mean, I like everything that Filoni is doing. I love that they are diving deeper into this throne lore, and I think that it is such good content, and it also continues what Dave has been trying to build since the Clone Wars. Because if you don't know, like, if you want to look at the order, I mean, we have the Clone Wars going into Star Wars Rebels, going into Mandalorian, and obviously we have Clone Wars season 7, and then then we have Book of Boba Fett, and now we're going into the Ahsoka show. So it's kind of been like John and Dave have been building this for a while, really Dave. So I'm really excited to see him get to finish this side of the story and move on to other things. And with this story finishing, he can most likely focus on whatever is happening with the next trilogy. And now my thoughts on the Mango movie about the Force. I hope it does happen. I think this guy's a great director. I heard that I've been reading some things about Indiana Jones, not getting the best news or reviews, but as I said, I have to see it for myself before I want to give a opinion. But the thing about Star Wars is that movies that are usually years ahead of coming out, they usually don't happen. So that's really my only fear. So it just all depends on what happens, because if the Acolyte blows up, they might just screw this Mango movie and make him direct like an Acolyte film. So I don't know. It just really depends on what's popping. And to be honest, with Lucasfilm and with the position they're in, if I'm Kathleen Kennedy, I'm going all in on one idea, and that's it. That's what I would do. But with all these films, it seems like they're throwing paint on the wall, and whatever sticks, they're going to go with. In my opinion, I think the Filoni thing is going to stick the most, and I wouldn't be shocked if they go with that. But me personally, I would also like to see them continue after the trilogy kind of fix some of these wrongs with Rey, because I do think there's still places to redeem her as a character. But tell me what you guys think. Do you tell me what you guys think about the news that I've just reported? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Just give me your thoughts. And obviously I'm always here to talk to you guys in the comments. But have a wonderful day. Stay crispy. Peace out.